Pirates loom off the coast of Africa, threatening global trade. Major powers in India march to conquer their neighbors. Portugal, in all her glory, must fight to maintain her modest position in the world order. Welcome to episode 2. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jim Bird TV, and we are starting off episode 2 of our Portugal campaign. Now, right off the bat, we have our first battle of the campaign. We are fighting the Maratha Confederacy to try to keep a hold on our colony in India. Now, I have come out of the city here. I've chosen to attack them and fight them in the open. They do outnumber us a little bit, but I think this gives us a better chance than if we were to wait and have them maybe bring in even more to attack us. This army has fought a battle recently, so some of their numbers are depleted, but they're still pretty formidable. So we're going to have to really lock in, and we can't afford to make many mistakes here. These Lancers are a big threat if they get charge bonuses on us. They could rout an entire line of infantry by themselves if they get a good charge. So this is going to be interesting. It could go either way, but let's get started. Okay, so taking a look at the terrain here, we're starting in the south. They are deploying over there in the north, and they've got this hill here. Now, you may think that that's a problem, that they naturally start off with the high ground, and that's fair until you look over here and you see that we have the higher ground. Now, we've got just a little bit of space up here on the top of this mountain to work with, but I think it's gonna be plenty. Now, I think our best strategy here, considering the makeup of their army, the makeup of our army, is if we post up right up here and make them come to us. Now, this isn't the prettiest deployment, but this is going to be an effective strategy, and we will see why. So let's go ahead into this deployment. Like I expected, they are over here on the high ground. They have their reinforcements coming in. Now, the thing about this mountain here is these slopes right here are too steep for anyone to traverse. So in order to get to us, they're gonna have to approach from this side and from this side. So that's gonna force their cavalry, their infantry, into choke points that we're gonna be able to set up and defend. Now, they are making their way to us. And this is exactly what we want. We want them to come to us. And these are the guys we want to avoid like the plague. But if we can get them to charge uphill at us into gunfire, that is exactly what we want. Gosh, I do love the visuals in this game. It's an old game, but it still holds up, man. It really does. Now, it looks like from this village, they are going to be splitting up. So we are going to have to defend both flanks, but it's good that they're leading with the cavalry. If we can take this out sooner rather than later, that's ideal. Right, so we have our first engagement over here on the right. These Lancers just walking right into our fire. And this is exactly what we want. I mean, this is, you know, if they were playing this smarter, they could have charged from here and hit this militia, which is what I was trying to set them up to do, honestly. I wanted to kind of sacrifice these boys, don't tell them, but this is even better. If they're just gonna stand right here and get shot, that's perfectly fine. Now it looks like they're gonna get a little charge in here. But still, this isn't good. I mean, they're not even getting their lances down. Um, yeah, and they're just gonna turn and run. They're just gonna turn and run. Now, so that's 2 of their 3 units of lancers, I think, taken out off the map. Now they're sending up these tribesmen who are actually missile infantry. Um, so they're gonna return fire on us, but this is still a terrible matchup for them, and they do not want to do what they're doing right now. But you know what? They're doing it, and we're gonna let them. Now I'm gonna bring these guys right down here. So I want to give them a better line of sight for their next volley. And because of that, I'm gonna move these guys off. Also going to move these guys up here so they can get a shot on them. These guys, we'll pull them back. We'll pull them back as well. Now these 2 units should be able to get very good volleys on them. Not getting a lot of kills. That's surprising. They're starting to dwindle. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we're starting to knock their numbers down. Now, according to the mini-map, it looks like they are making their way over here. Another unit of tribesmen. They should be no issue if they do what I expect them to do. These guys, they just want to be involved. So let's get them up there. Let's get them up there. Let them do their thing. Why not? Wow, we have lost 60 of these Hindu musketeers here, probably to their bows, I would assume. But they're about to rout. There we go. We've sent them packing. Now, this unit, this is actually smart. They're kind of out of range of us there. Now, they've got some Hindu warriors coming up. Now, we are going to begin phase 2 because I want to set up a different line of infantry. We're going to give them a broader little encirclement here. I'm just going to send these guys up here just to yell obscenities at them, insult them because they speak their language. So we just want them to you know, just get them riled up. Maybe see if we can bait them into a charge up the hill. Got a shot? They do. Let's move them up a little bit more. Let them know we do not respect them. Over here, these guys. Wow, this militia. These tribesmen are wild. I mean, I did not expect them to be this much of a problem for us. Honestly. I mean, you would think 3 units with muskets firing at them, you know, from this distance, you would think we'd be putting up better numbers than them. I mean, they've killed 70 of these guys. They haven't hit those matchlocks, and they've killed 40 of those guys. Quite surprising. But we are going to have our our cav swing around and maybe get a charge on them. Now what's going on over here? They're backing off. They're gonna head on down. Oh no, they're coming towards us. So actually, let's go right here. Oh, they've charged us. Now we should win this. They're outnumbered. They're surrounded. Let's get our general over here. You guys run. You guys open fire. Okay, good. Good. We have routed them. We didn't lose any of our cav. That's good. Our general just wants to walk. Somehow we only killed 4 of these guys. Somehow these guys are about to just get annihilated. That's what I suspect. Let's see if we can retreat them. Looks like they're sending some infantry around the left flank. These tribesmen are somehow back. They've got more lancers in the area. So I want to reform these lines so that we can address this. Let's get our provincial cav out of there because those lancers will tear them up. We're getting shots on them. We did not get our militia retreated, but we did do some damage right there. Now they have the bulk of their infantry coming up. But no. Okay, so it looks like they are going to bring all their infantry around this right side. And we will happily let them do that. I want to hide my general up there. Now, they've got some lancers over here. I'd like to turn, get some shots at them. Okay, looks like they are actually about to charge us. That's fine. That is fine. Yes. You guys. Get your shot next. You guys hold fire because all you're going to be doing is shooting into our backs. You guys can come over here. Maybe get some shots in this direction. Okay, we have sent another unit. I think this is their last unit of Lancers. We've sent them back home as well. So that is lovely for us. Now, the majority of their army has decided not to push me. They are actually running back, it seems, to their hill, or at least out here, which is smart. I mean, that's a smart move for them. They still have this one unit of Lancers here, I have discovered. Now, this unit here apparently did not get the message, so we are going to take advantage of that. Kind of what I'm going to try to do is take this right flank here and come around while this left flank does the same, and we'll try to surround them and just slowly close it in. Now they've got some lancers headed this way, so we are going to turn and face them. I do not want them to get a free charge on us. I really would like to get shots on them. And like I said, if these guys came in here and hit this flank, they could probably rout all of these units right here by themselves. And here they come. There we go. We got some shots on them, and we're going to countercharge them here with our cap. There we go. And that's very effective. That was very effective. We are going to take some losses here, but not nearly as bad as that could have been. I'm really glad I saw them coming. We really came out of that about as good as we could. And they're going to be routing. We're going to work a little smarter here rather than harder. We'll just check in on these guys here. They're still alive, still doing all right. Now, like I said, we're going to be bringing our cab around, and we're going to get a rear charge on them, and that should be enough to make them break so we can save some shots. And we should be able then to go ahead and get our guys moving. That's going to be a good way of also keeping them from shooting our cav while they're doing this for us. Let's see. We'll charge with this infantry too, just for good measure. But yeah, they're gonna break pretty soon. We may lose a couple guys, but yeah. See, now they're routing. We can cut them down, so we don't have to deal with them later. Now let's take our infantry, and we're gonna have them form up over here. So now we are gonna be on the offensive because we have the upper hand for sure. I'll bring my general up, being very careful to make sure we keep him out of sight of the artillery. We don't want him to get sniped out. Now this is where our cav are going to be very effective for us, because once this infantry, as a matter of fact, they already are far enough that we can go ahead and take out these guns. Once we take out these guns, we can be a little bit less cautious with our general, so we can make sure that he's giving us morale boosts where we need it. So we're going to send them back there. We'll bring our general up here behind this hill. Now I want these two units to come up here and face these guys. This one as well. And I want these two units to come right here, kind of serve as the left flank for these guys. I want to spread these guys out a bit more. And same with these guys. I want to delay fighting this group right here for a short time. Now I want to charge their artillery, 100%, full charge. Oh, these are Hindu warriors. Good. So these are melee infantry. We should be able to cut them down. Okay, good. These guys are actually pulling back. They're being real indecisive, which is good. That means we can just focus on fighting these guys right here. So we are going to do that. We are going to focus on fighting them. I'll bring these guys here. Very good. Our cav doing their work. This is going to be huge, taking out these guns. These Hindu warriors getting torn up like we want. But they are going to charge us in the back. Now that's not what we want. We're going to have to countercharge them here. There we go. cutting down these Hindu musketeers. These guys wanted to walk for some reason. That's okay. Now, we want these guys to get shots on these Hindu warriors. 'Cause as you can see, I mean, these guys are strong. These guys are not to be underestimated. I'm gonna pull back here. I'm gonna bring my general up, because now that we've taken care of their cannons, I'm not worried about him getting sniped out. Now they are charging me here. I want to immediately turn to face them. That's good. They're being a little indecisive, which cost them a little bit. Gonna have to fight them. Got the 3 chevrons, and that's news, man. 100 of them. I mean, look at how quickly they're cutting us down. Like, that's just crazy, man. And look at that, dude. I mean, they just ripped through those guys. Hindu warriors are wild. Hopefully we can get them routed soon. I'm gonna kite a little bit here. I don't want to engage this line until we've got these Hindu warriors dealt with. I mean, these guys are routing. There we go. There we go. Now we've got them routing. We are going to chase them down. I'm going to bring my other cav unit over here. And now we can start to work a little bit more. So these guys are in melee mode. I guess they're out of ammo. These guys are pulling back, which is good. So we should be able to take out these 2 units right here. Since these guys are stuck in melee mode, I might as well make them useful. Oops, let me stop that. That's not what I wanted. I just want to charge them head on. Not the best, but it'll be quicker. So I'm going to turn these guys to face here, because they're just going to be shooting those guys in the back anyway. Same with these guys. I'm going to bring them over here. I'm going to bring my cav in here, try to get a rear charge on them. Same with this cav. We'll also bring it over. They're wavering. So are we, but now this rear charge right here should do exactly what I want it to. Yep, and that's gonna break them. Now let's keep it going. Let's just slide right on and rear charge these guys. They're not gonna like that. I'm also gonna side charge them. We can get them to rout. That will be lovely. Yes. Okay, so now we will reform our infantry lines. We still have a good number left. And we actually have some guys back here who routed but came back. So that's very nice. Now, you guys stop shooting. You guys stop pursuing. You guys stop shooting. So we're going to have to go get them, unfortunately. These guys have decided they just want no part of this. So they're going to rout again. But that's okay. There we go. Now we are engaged. We're going to get a charge on their side here. And since they turned like that, I'm actually going to bring this cav down and we're going to charge them like this. Getting good shots. Good charge right there. Great charge. Let's pull them out. Now we're going to get this charge on them. Now another charge. And now, yeah, you guys come back. You guys move forward. So we got them routed. Perfect. You guys charge them. Now I just want a full charge here. Now these guys are going to hold out a little bit, but once I get these guys in position here, they get some shots on them. These guys should be able to get some shots on them. That should do it for them. So finally, let's charge them. These guys are routing. Hopefully this rear charge. Yeah, that's going to take care of those guys. Okay, now this is what we are left with. And if you look over here, for some reason, they just have these 2 units of infantry that they have not used this entire time. These guys just, I mean, they're just giving us the cold shoulder. This is pretty strange, but, you know, it is what it is. These guys put up way more of a fight than I wanted them to, but we took care of business and victory. We did it. I did not want to start out this campaign with a loss, and we didn't. So it wasn't pretty. Now let's see what we got going on from here. Yeah, we both came out of that. I mean, worse for the wear. But that's okay. That's okay. We are alive. We won. We did more damage to them. And we are on to the next. Now this is good. I want to see them moving away from us. Absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and queue up 3 more units of these Hindu musketeers to bolster this army back up a bit. We're going to bring these guys back into Goa, where hopefully they will be safe for the time being. Now, on the other side of the globe, this fleet now is making its way. We can officially head out of Europe and into the West Africa Trade Theater here. So pretty soon, these pirates here in the Ivory Coast will be dealt with, and this trade income that they are bringing in will start going towards our income. Now, our income next turn is going up, and it is partially due to our trade exports continuing to climb a bit. As you can see, almost all of our trade partners are bringing us almost or over 1,000 each turn. However, most of this bump in our income is actually coming from, I suspect, our army income, or our army upkeep rather, being a little lower, since we just lost a good portion of our army in India. Now, lastly, I am going to come over here, and now I'm going to throw up this opera house in Lisbon. Now we're going to bank this last 2,500. There's not really anything in particular that would be valuable for us to spend it on at this moment. But next turn, when we can get some more recruitment in Goa, it'll be nice to have a little extra cash on hand. So with that, let's end this turn. The French are chasing down some Islamic Emirate ships here. And they've taken them out. Nice, that's good, because they were raiding trade routes in the Mediterranean that was cutting into our profits as well. Sweden with the fleet in Madagascar. They are a long way from home. Now the pirates are leaving the Straits of Madagascar and heading into India. Oh, maybe not. They faked me out. They faked us out. Never mind. Odd behavior. They must be drunk. They must have gotten some good rum. Okay, we have some alliances broken. Our agent is still infiltrating. Very nice. Recruitment is done. Our fleet has arrived at the Ivory Coast. So let's see what is going on over here. Okay, so these pirates still have 4 ships here. We should be able to deal with them here. Now I'm going to consolidate some of these units of musketeers that are depleted, because in this mod, with the settings that I have on right now, we actually don't have the normal unit replenishment that's in Empire, where we could just, like, let's say, come right here and replenish these depleted units. What this mod does is it makes it so that the only way you can replenish a unit is by merging them. So these units still aren't quite going to be at full strength, but they do at least have the experience, which is going to counteract that to a degree. Now, like I said, since we banked up that extra gold at the end of the last turn, we can afford to throw out some more units. So I'm going to get 2 more units of musketeers. Now, like I said, we banked up that gold so we can invest back in this army over here. So we are going to go ahead and throw out 2 more provincial cav and 1 more unit of Hindu musketeers. And that'll be all for now. Now, Goa is not in the best shape right now. They are kind of suffering growth-wise, income-wise. The population is declining. And so what I'm going to do, just as a blanket fix for that, is we are going to exempt them from taxes. Now, this is going to take this 600 out of our income for next turn, but that's not the biggest deal, especially since we've been smart with our gold. We've been saving up a little bit when we can. So it's going to be better for us if we can keep this city in good shape, get this population growing again. All right, it is time that we take care of these pirates, Mr. Joseph Culliford and the gang. Look at that fleet. Isn't that gorgeous? Water's a little choppy today, but that's fine. Now, this is how I'm deploying my fleet. It's not that pretty, and honestly, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I am the best naval commander out there. But I like the idea of starting with all of our broadsides at them, and kind of the idea of what I'm going for here is I want to start making our way across from west to east, I believe. Is this west to east? Or is this east to west? This is east to west. Okay, so we're gonna go east to west, and just we have more guns than them, so I want to make sure that we are shooting at them with more guns at all times than they are shooting at us with. So pretty simple strategy, but we're gonna see if it works. I'm gonna group these guys so that I can just move them forward. So let's end deployment. Let's move forward. We are at full sail. So the wind, okay. So this is our wind indicator here, I believe. Right? Or is this the wind indicator? Ah, that's the wind indicator up there. So the wind is actually blowing in this direction. No problem. Let's take a look at their ships here. Now, this is their flagship right here. A solid frigate. I'm not afraid of this guy here at all. Or this one. And they have a sloop here. They're getting some shots at us. I want to start turning our guns. And I'm going to split off a little bit here. I'm going to keep the bulk of my ships headed in this direction. I'm going to break off 2 right here as we get a volley from this brig. And that's good. We've destroyed most of the guns on that Calypso right there. Now we need our frigate getting their guns involved here. But in the meantime, I'm going to start user controlling this brig right here, because I want to start getting shots at the masts of this frigate. Don't think that shot was very effective. We're going to need to get a bit closer. Now we need to keep these guys moving. Can you guys tell I'm not the best naval commander? And these ships, I don't know if it's from a previous battle or if we've done this already. Did I miss that early on? Were there sails already like that? No, I'm just now seeing those sails get torn up. Okay, so we are doing that. We are the ones doing that. And you know what? It's actually this ship right here. Okay, so maybe I'm not as bad as I thought. We're just not prioritizing the right ship. We want to be doing that to this ship right here. So, but what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this brig out in front so we can get a more frontal shot on their sails and also get away from this broadside that they are trying to get off on our flagship here. Now, I've been having these guys sailing against the wind, I'm now realizing. So now we're gonna bring them back around into the fold here. Now this is unfortunate. We're not gonna get turned, or we're not gonna get out in front of them. Really smart for them to keep going the trajectory they're going. I'm setting this brig up to get hurt pretty bad here. But if I can get this chain shot off on them, that would be very nice. Boom. Nice. Very nice. Okay, we did some damage there. And now let's flip around. Let's flip around, try to do the same thing on the other side. Our full rig, getting some good shots on them there. Now, like I said, flip around. Come on. Rotate. Rotate right. Nice. Another good hit on their masts. And the enemy admiral has actually been killed. Great shot. Great shot once again. This ship has surrendered. This ship looks like it's charging towards us. Got the broadside left there. That's good. Now, this broadside is really bad. Don't want to be giving them that, but not a whole lot I can do at this point. I kind of doomed these guys to that. Yeah, our brig is routing, unfortunately. Now, this full rig right here has a really good shot on the sails here, on the mast. I just need this left broadside to get reloaded. Looks like they got the shot off. Very good. Very good. Yep. Looks like they may be trying to ram us here. Oh, no, they're routing. They're routing. Okay. Okay, good. Might have taken some friendly fire there. Chill out. Chill out. Okay, our brig has recovered here. That's good. As soon as I can, I want to get a broadside on their left. I want to turn off fire at will so they don't waste the shot. Rotate some more. Almost there. Almost there. That'll do. Rotate back. Rotate back. Broadside. All right, and that is going to be a victory. Now, I did lose a ship. I believe it was that brig. I'm going to add crew back to all of my ships here. We're not going to scupper any of them. And these pirate ships, now I could take these 3 captured ships, or I could just take the prize money. Now, this is a little bit of a dilemma. And I think I'm going to go somewhere in the middle. I think I'm going to grab this frigate right here. I think I'll take the frigate, and I will leave those 2 smaller ships and take the 3,000 for them. We'll come right here and add crew to the frigate and accept that. And there goes that pirate fleet. Wonderful. And now this fleet right away can get onto this trade post. And our admiral gained a trait. He is now cool under fire, which is going to give us a small bonus to morale in battles, which is going to make our ships less likely to run away. Nice. Now, running from a fight will probably remove this. Interesting. This is something I really like about Empire, and especially the Total War games leading up to Empire. Rome, Medieval 2, like the trait system and the way that you can get traits and develop your generals over the course of a campaign, really, really cool. And now if we look at our income next turn. Look at how much that just jumped from making this move. We look at our trade, look at that. We just doubled our trade by securing these trade posts on the Ivory Coast. And not only that, but look at this. None of our trade partners are blockading each other. Look at that. This is what's going to drive Portugal this campaign. So this is excellent. Now with this new naval success, we want to build on that. So I'm going to come back up here to Lisbon, and we are going to begin work on developing another fleet that's going to be small. And the purpose of this fleet is it's going to be completely dedicated just to coming and sitting on one of these trade posts. So for now, it's just going to start with this brig. We can only develop one at a time anyway. So we're going to do one here, and then we're going to come over here to India and start an entirely new fleet here. We're going to start it out with a full rig. It's going to take 2 turns there, but that's okay. And we're going to give that probably a couple of brigs to support it. And these guys, along with this fleet, will be making their way to Madagascar, where we will be confronting another set of pirates. Now, in addition to that, I am going to add another brig to this fleet. It's going to take 3 turns, but still, we're going to go ahead and get that started while we have the money. That is going to do it for episode 2. I want to try to keep these episodes right around this length of 45 minutes to an hour. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode 3, and we will see what happens.